Space plus these cards. Hello, Divine Tribe. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Just smudging the space before I start our affirmations for today. I am a little bit late today, but that's okay. I had some things I had to take care of this morning, and I'm glad that I got them done. But I wanted to hop on here and still do our daily affirmations. Today, we're going to talk about surrendering our doubts and or surrendering whatever it is the universe feels like we do need to surrender, and also affirming our true paths, right? So, I mean, really, that's all we are here for. And most of us don't realize that. And that's why we feel so lost, right? It's because we feel like we don't know why we're here. So let's figure that out. Just smudged a little bit with some yummy and sacred Palo Santo. Oop, there it goes. My ashes all over the place. I just love Palo Santo. It is a sacred, you can see the little embers right there. It is a sacred plant. And it smells so good. I just love the way Palo Santo smells. And it is excellent for removing negative energies and helping positive energies enter. So I always ask that the negative energies return to their source, that they may be re-energized and transformed into a positive outcome and energy, and return to source. And serve their highest good, right? Because that's all we want to do is serve our highest good. At least that's what I want to do. So welcome today. I am going to go ahead today and pull one tarot card for an overall reading. I'm just using my Waite deck here. And I'm, wow, 3 actually came out, and we're going to take them because that's what the universe wants for us to know about today. Oh, okay. Okay. So, okay, this is kind of how I'm feeling it goes. So, we actually got 3 cards today. I'm just going to put them up here like this. The 4 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. So, the way I'm feeling like is maybe some of us have been ignoring a cup that has been given to us, or a choice that's been given to us, or a gift that has been given to us. And we don't quite see that gift as what it is maybe in front of us. But we're contemplating, right, about what we've lost, because here we're looking at all the 3 cups in front of us that we don't have, but we're not quite seeing what we do have. And isn't that just kind of true of what we are like as human beings? Sometimes we dwell on the things that we don't have, or the things that we've lost, and we don't see the gift in that it is lost for a reason, right? We didn't need that. We hold on sometimes to things that don't serve us, and then we kind of ignore the things that are in front of us, and we don't give it its due energy, or due process, its due positivity, right? So we kind of dismiss it. So maybe some of us are feeling that way today, is that we're not recognizing, or maybe this was in the recent past, is that we're not recognizing what's in front of us, or what's being offered to us, or maybe we don't want what's being offered to us. And let me tell you, denying the universe is not a good thing, because the universe always comes back around. It's a 360 kind of thing, you know, and this journey that we're on is something we agreed to. We just don't remember that we agreed to this journey, right? So what we agreed to in a different realm, in a different dimension, is always going to keep coming back to us in a secular type of way, because we've denied it in some way, or we need to learn from it. It is something that we wanted, we chose, we just don't remember that. Right? And so if you keep turning it away, it's going to come back to you as a lesson in a different kind of way. But it is a lesson that you will have to learn in this lifetime, because we agreed to it. So maybe we're juggling some choices in our lives and we aren't sure which way to choose. And really, we're juggling, you know, maybe we're juggling between the things that we've lost and the things that are coming towards us, and we're not sure, because we are not letting go, and we're not accepting, and we're not allowing. Right? We're pushing, we're pulling, we're pushing things away, we're pulling things that are not good towards us. And that's what we're having to balance or juggle, or maybe we're having to balance and juggle a decision in our lives, or maybe it's a person in our lives. So, but we have the Nine of Pentacles. We have wish fulfillment coming, right? We have everything that we want and we need. And we have that within ourselves already. We just have to realize between our choices, and we need to stop pushing away that divine gift that's being given to us, or already given to us, right, by the universe. And also that we know that we chose for ourselves in a different dimension. So that's the tarot talking to us today about what's in our energies today. And I actually really like this, because it is an energy of moving forward in a positive way. And I like that. So I'm going to set those aside. Let's see what we need to surrender today. So I have these cards, the Power of Surrender Oracle cards. And so maybe we're trying to decide between two things. Maybe we're not sure what that cup is from the universe. And let me just shuffle these here. And ooh, whoa, that's way too many. Way too many. Let's try this again. So let's see what the universe wants us to know that we need to surrender today. Maybe a lot of us have a lot to surrender. I know there were days that I know there was a ton to surrender. And actually, you know what? There's 3 that came out, and I'm going to take all 3 of these, because the universe obviously wants us. 3 seems to be the theme so far. So good things do come in 3s. I know this is in my life as well. Good things come in 3s. So I have 3 children. And believe it or not, they are awesome. They're a gift, and I love them, and they're amazing. Oh, and I forgot to pull out our affirmation. I will pull that out next. We'll pull that out with our positive thoughts for the day, okay? So, surrender the habit of people pleasing. Now, I can definitely relate to this. It says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. And that is so true, you guys. I was such a people pleaser, and I was also a people pleaser in my relationships, so much so that I denied myself my own happiness for the sake of somebody else's happiness. And they were never going to be happy in the first place, because they themselves did not seek to be happy. They were always in a negative mindset, right? They were in a mindset of lack. And when you're in a lack mindset, always thinking you don't have, the universe is against you, you'll never have, good luck with that. Those kinds of negative energies are only going to bring you negative stimulus, negative outcomes, right? But if you are in the mindset that, you know what, this can work, and or that was meant to happen that way, or something good is going to come my way, and you know what, this is something that I've got to learn something from this. When you have a positive mindset and you surrender those negative people pleasing habits, trying to please everybody else, it is okay to please yourself. It is. It is important to take care of oneself. Always trying to get from somebody else is never going to fill you up. You are the only person that can fill your cup. And when you are filling your cup, you will draw people towards you that are filling up their own cups. And then what happens? Both of you have full cups. And so you are filling each other up because you have overflowing cups. Keep that in mind. Surrender your addictions. Yep. All of us have an addiction. All of us come here with an addictive challenge. Whether you're addicted to TV, social media, you're addicted to sex, drugs, rock and roll, alcohol, you're addicted to controlling behavior, you're addicted to being right, being negative. We addicted to food, addicted to not eating, whether it's an eating disorder of some type. We are all addicted to something. And so it is not just the people that are addicted to drugs that are the only ones that have an addiction. Every single soul on this planet has an addiction. I don't care who you are, and I don't care what you say, you have an addiction. You just may not recognize and own that addiction, but yes, you do, because all of us came here with something to overcome, and sometimes more than one thing to overcome. So it says, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, that's right, work, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. That's right. So I was addicted to cigarettes. That's right. I was addicted to cigarettes, and I was addicted to pot because I thought that it would help me with my stomach issues. And oddly enough, when I started to identify what the real causes of my stomach issues were, I didn't need pot anymore. And I was able to let go of my addiction to cigarettes. Every time I was stressed out, I would go have a cigarette. And I realized one of my issues was I was in a cycle of negative relationships. And every time I was in a negative relationship that literally the energy sucker sucked all that energy out of me, I would need a cigarette to go out there and have a cigarette to what I thought was relieve stress. But in actuality, I was just perpetuating a very toxic cycle. So once I started to realize that I was enough, that I was good enough, that I didn't need these negative stimuluses, I was able to find a healthier space. And meditation was one of those ways that I was able to release my addictions. And for those of you that know the 12-step program, 12-step can work for everybody. Everybody. So, pardon me, let me just adjust here. I'm wearing my summer top, my rainbow, because rainbows make me happy. And I love rainbows. And what's at the end of the rainbow? A pot of gold. Maybe not literally, but maybe. A pot of gold can be anything, right? It can be information. It can be what leads you to the next best thing in your life. It could be freedom from the chains of addiction. It can be anything you want it to be. The world is your oyster, and sky is the limit. And actually, the sky isn't the limit either, because it goes into the stratosphere, it goes into the atmosphere, and it goes into space, because we can do anything we want with our lives. We can, anything you can imagine, you can make come true. You just have to be willing to put the energy into that belief. You have to believe that the universe wants you to have it and that you deserve to have it. And then you got to follow your intuition and have faith in yourself that you are getting the messages and you are getting the intuition to help guide you to that success in your life. So anything is possible. If you want to be the next rock star, you can make it happen. You want to be the next amazing doctor that comes up with maybe the best cure, the next cure. You can do that. If you want to be a poet, you want to be a songwriter, you want to be somebody that comes up with the next best thing for foodies or a yummy treat. Hey, you know what? George Carver Washington came up with ice cream. Ice cream. Look at where ice cream is today. It is a multi-billion-dollar business. That's right. Moo juice and coldness. Who would have thought? Add a little flavor and ta-da, you have ice cream. Can you imagine the epiphany he had? And then at the end have like this amazing treat. I love ice cream. I do. Look it up, George Carver Washington. All right. Surrender your frustration. So frustration is a negative energy. You know, it is something that takes away from that which will help build your dreams and goals and your accomplishments. So surrender your frustration. Frustration does not open any doors. No, it actually closes them. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. Yeah, that's right. So the universe wants us, in order for us to maybe accept that cup that's being offered to us and see it, we might need to surrender some of these things in order to decide what we're juggling between and which one is the best decision for us. And to find our wish fulfillment, we might need to surrender our frustration, surrender our need to be addicted to something, and stop people pleasing and please ourselves, right? I dropped one of those. I dropped my frustration. That must be a must. So the next one I want to pull is, after we surrender, what kind of shape-shifting good luck do we need? So I'm going to use this deck. Here is my, let me pull it up. My Foxfire Kitsune. And so Kitsune are little shape-shifting legendary foxes of Eastern culture. And they are shapeshifters, and they're super lucky and are considered to be fortunate and lucky. And they usually accompany the goddess and deity Shinto deity, Inari. And they're very loyal. Foxes are very loyal. They're not what negative connotation that we have with them, right? That they're sly like a fox. Well, they are survivors, so they do have to be sly, but sly is also another way of saying keen, you know? And that's just way too many. I'm going to see if, okay, universe, please. Really having trouble shuffling today, let me tell you. I just need one. If we can just get one, I really appreciate it. Universe, please give us one. It's like giving us a gun. Oh, there's one. All right. says the Sentinel. There it is. Sentinel. So sentinels are messengers, right? Let's see what the book says. These are very interesting cards. I love them. And they really do share a lot of knowledge and wisdom. All right, it says the Sentinel. Within the world you dwell in, a storm is brewing. It is visible to many so far, and most are completely unaware of its approach. Boy, doesn't that quite fit where we're at, right? In our world, we just came through the 8-8 Lions Gate, right? And there's been a ton of change and upheaval in 2020, as a lot of us have been feeling storms, right? Not only with what's going on in our health environment and our communities, but with our economies and our leaders, and our world is just in a change and an upheaval, truly. And it says so for the most completely unaware of its approach, they no longer notice the fall and rise of the air about them, the tightening of the pressure, or the release of rain, for they dwell within their glass towers and no longer feel a part of the elements and dance between them. But you do, seeker. Yes, because you are a seeker and you know this about our environment right now. If you are a starseed, if you are feeling the energies, you know, if you are a seeker, you are feeling the shift that is happening in 2020 and in our environment. And yes, there are many people in glass houses right now throwing rocks, right? And they shouldn't be. And they are not recognizing that they themselves are in glass houses, but you see. And it says, you are aware that there is a force gathering. What its outcome will be, how it will break, and what it will do are still mysteries to all of us. But you can prepare for this storm approaching. Others will not listen. That's true. You cannot make people listen. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Others will see you as negative or fearful when you inform them of what it is you are preparing for. Regardless, prepare anyway. Watch and take care of what it is you need to do. This is nothing to be fearful of. It is simply advanced knowledge of a storm. And the storms can damage, or they can pass by overhead and clear the air. It is wise to prepare. The sentinel of the skies, this dragon being, has come to you, and you are invited now to see things from his magical perspective, to go high above the buildings and the everyday, and see the implications of the change that is coming. This gift of foresight from the friends of the Kitsune will see you well prepared for the gathering storm, and will give you foresight and enable you to look out for those who will listen. Make wise choices. Preserve, take care, observe, repair, and prepare, and consider what you will do to be sure you are cared for in the future. Know that when the storm passes, for they all will, you will be standing strong and able to help others if necessary and continue with your life. You are being watched over. The sentinel will stand with you always. Right? So, like Noah in the great flood, and a storm was brewing, and he had that intuition, and he was being told by a higher power, by the universe, that a storm was coming. Prepare, build that ark. And everybody laughed at him, and everybody thought he was just freaking loony, crazy, right? Made fun of him, put him down. And guess what? He was listening to his sentinel. He was listening to the warnings of a storm and a flood coming, and he followed it anyway. And in the end, who was left begging for help? And they waited too long. So that is wise information from the Kitsune. I love that. So one last thing, we are just going to leave with some positive thoughts and power thoughts. These are by Louise Hay. She is awesome, positivity mentor, and I just love her positivity oracle cards. So I'm going to just pull a couple. There's one. Any more? Oh, that one popped. There we go. Says, I love life. I do. I love life. It says on the back, it has a little message, and I'm going to read it to you. It is my birthright to live fully and freely. I give to life exactly what I want life to give to me. I am glad to be alive, and I love life. All right. And I prosper wherever I turn. It says, I now see opportunities for abundance everywhere, and I am blessed and prospered. That is an awesome one. And lastly, I am going to pull the affirmation for today from my affirmation toolkit, my little chakra basket, and let's see what message the universe wants us to share. Ooh, I like this one. Just calling my hand. All right. I love it. I am the best version of myself each moment of every day. I am the best version of myself each moment of every day. Yes, you are. And you are prospered. And you do live a life of love. And you can and will listen to the sentinels that help you prepare for the storms that are coming. You can surrender your frustration and your people pleasing, your need to please other people. Start pleasing your own destiny and your own desires and your own spirit. And surrender your addictions. They're not serving you. And then you'll know which cup is being offered, and you won't ignore it by looking at what you've missed out on, but rather about what's being offered and divinely offered to you. You'll know what choice you need to make, and you will end up with wish fulfillment. Isn't that awesome? So that has been an amazing reading today, you guys, from the cards. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe my videos. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I am coming live or uploading videos. I also post some new videos on some amazing tools with my beautiful friends, my rocks and energy healing tools that can help you heal your own personal energy. And I want to thank you so much. I am so grateful for you that are watching and for those of you who come across this video. Whenever you come across it, this must be the message that you need to hear. Thank you so much, and namaste.